Special delivery.
Did y'all see my dance last week though? Y'all ain't see that? And this is Special Delivery with your boy Ty Hill and
Derrick Johnson Jr.
Okay, Derrick Johnson Jr. is in the building. Listen, as always, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead over there and hit the subscribe button. That is very, very important. Now, thanks to y'all, we have more questions for this week.
Let's get it.
So continue to send those in. Let's go. Read those questions off. We ready.
Okay. So our first viewer submitted question is, does it matter how many bodies your significant partner has under her belt prior to being in a relationship with you?
I'll take a jab at that. Yes, I would say that it speaks of one's, I would say, morality, their self-control, their reputation. I believe it goes both ways. Knowing the history of someone, even more so, is imperative. Prior to, when you go to jobs, you got references. You want to do a check to see who you are aligning yourself with potentially. Now, maybe she's not still dealing with the partners, or let's say she or he has a plethora of history, if you will, that you should take that into account. You should take that into account. I believe that we all should have an idea of the mindset, the mentality of a person, and it may not be where they are now, but it can speak volume of where they once were. It can open up a lot of can of worms. It can open up trauma. A lot of things that will uncover itself as time goes on if you're triggering certain things with a person. So knowing or having an idea of a person's history, if you will, I believe is very, very important.
It depends how old we are. If we in our 30s and we dating, I already expected that you had a whole face. I don't really care what your numbers is. The only check I'm worrying about is the STD check. AIDS, herpes, syphilis, all of those type of things. Make sure you clear. After that, I kind of expect that you had a whole phase. I don't really care to get into it. Now, that becomes a problem if your whole phase was in the circle that I run in. You get what I'm saying? If your whole phase was around, all my niggas telling me, yo, we busted, we ran a G on them, we ran a train, but that's different. But when it's just a regular chick, I don't really care what your phase was. That was when you was young. I had a whole phase too. So if we sit back there, if we sit there on that double standard shit as far as, oh man, a girl, it's easier for a guy to do it, this, that, and enough. We all lay down with a bunch of people when you look at it on many perspectives. So especially if she went to college, I automatically think she had a whole phase.
Okay.
And on campus?
Yeah, you automatically think that, and that's a great point. I would say a lot of it is also circumstantial as well. You could have a woman or a man, and let's say they just were in multiple relationships, prior relationships that just didn't work out. That would imply that they have been with multiple individuals, and I would take that into account as well. And sometimes, women may be in a wrong relationship, and they love easy. The next one, and then it accumulates. So those are the respect of it. I would probably look at it differently, but I would definitely still take into account. I don't go not purging. I don't go and rummage into someone's history like trying to force something, because you're definitely always going to find something that you don't like. However, just on the surface, I think that it is something that I would take into account when considering dealing with someone on a serious level.
I don't give a fuck. Long as you ain't gonna be called the hoe when you walking down the street. Look at that hoe. There go that hoe. Long as you wasn't that bad, I understand. Everybody got a history. Everybody done did some shit that we might not be proud of. Like J. Cole say, what'd he say? When she give you your number, you got to multiply that by 3. Ain't no sense. I learned that young. I learned that as a kid in high school. Ain't no sense of even asking a chick her number, because she ain't gonna tell you the fucking truth. So, I don't care. I don't care what your number. I wouldn't care if you was a prostitute and that you hit every man that y'all don't you didn't like that? Right? Music Soul Child, didn't Lil Wayne redid it?
Oh, I ain't like that verse.
And he was fucking with Superhead?
Yeah, I ain't like that verse.
I got a chick named Superhead. She get Superhead. just moved in the building, even gave a superhead. Yeah, so I'm okay with it. Whatever you did in the past. Plus, do you really want a chick that ain't got no experience?
I mean, it's subjective. You know what I mean?
You done used a lot of big words.
It's
sir.
subjective. It depends on.
Circumstantial.
That's the word I use.
I'm over here googling.
I'm dealing with it from a case by case basis, but I would like to have an idea.
Would
Just
you
an
prefer
idea.
her to come in there in a relationship with 2 bodies or 6 bodies?
2 one-night stands, or just we talking about bodies?
Bodies.
I would take the lesser.
For real?
That's just
What about 1?
A relationship or a one-night stand? It's circumstantial. With the same rule applies to me. It's circumstantial.
All right, relationship.
A relationship. Oh, a respectable relationship. Yeah. Okay,
I
one.
feel like she gonna cheat. If she got 1 body, you the second one, she gonna cheat.
Okay.
She wanna experience another dick.
And that we gonna deal with that when it presents itself. Act accordingly.
It don't matter the time. Long as you ain't got no STD and you ain't just the hoe of just I'm out here throwing the pussy. You get pussy. You get pussy. You get pussy.
You on 2 ends of the spectrum. It's like
Why? Well, I don't even know. Now you going to the
you 2 on both two extremes. I think it's like you don't care at all.
No, because if she was out there just Oprah Winfrey and the pussy, then that's different. But just to have a history.
How would you, I guess, uncover that? How would you go about?
When you walk in the club with her and every nigga hugging her and shit and smacking her butt.
She could be a bottle girl. She could be a socialite.
I said hugging her and smacking her butt. You're going to hear when the girl just was a hoe out there. A lot of y'all girlfriends was hoes to the neighborhoods that they grew up in. I'm just saying. They will never know, but they good girls now. A lot of them was hoes.
Okay. That's the whole phase you speak of, right?
I was blessed to have a gay best friend, like my little cousin and shit.
Right.
And he used to hang with a lot of these hoes.
So you had
a lot of these chicks was hoes growing up.
You had prior knowledge.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all right. And did that determine the way you approach them? Or how you dealt with them?
That determines me to be realistic on it and understand that majority of these chicks have a past. And they was fucking just random fucks, one night stands. They all got that motherfucking nigga in their phone that they could call just for dick. Ain't never want nothing else from them. A lot of the times, the ones they in relationship with ain't the ones that fuck them the best. Like, this is realities of girls' conversation.
We all have past, and we shouldn't be held, because of what we had in the past. However, it does speak, and we could take that and apply it to now and make a decision.
Does your 19-year-old you change the 30-year-old you? Should we still carry that on?
And again, to my point, it shouldn't. However, it should be held in account. It should be taken into account if one wants to ask about my past. And they'll have, you used to deal with her? And they make a mind, they make a decision in their minds. I've had that happen because I was associated with a particular person. Yeah, that really changed how they looked at me. And this was years ago. Because I was associating with a person who they already had a preconceived notion about. And I had to stand on it, but it was a part of my past.
I done fucked some things that I don't never want to mention in public.
Okay.
So I know.
So if someone has prior knowledge and you stand on that, they have, they're entitled to feel how they feel when they're like, okay, this ain't that serious. I can't take him serious.
I just look at it
it goes both ways.
I look at it on the perspective of when you're younger, you make crazy ass mistakes. When it comes to sex is one of those things that just, the adrenaline get the rushing and things of sort. You just make crazy ass niggas be thinking with the dick, chicks think with the pussy.
Yeah, but it's also soul tying. It really is. And it's from a holistic approach, like spiritual base. You're taking those bodies with you.
A guy told me that when I was young.
That's a sacred act. It's the sex. It's not just, I'm just jumping on you and pouncing on you. It's really a spiritual act. You're connecting souls, and that energy is transferable. So I'm taking those people with me.
I think they gotta it's gotta be real, like sex and shit.
What's fake sex?
All the sex we handed out earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But I had a guy named Joseph Watson that told me that every chick that you have sex with, you take a part of her on with you. Damn, boy, that's like Ghost of Christmas Past and shit, my God. So how?
I believe that.
So do you need like a if your spirits that you took along with you, would you need a compact car to drive them, or would you need like a 12-passenger?
Oh, me? No comment.
Yeah, that's we thank y'all for that question. You feel me? Shout out to all y'all women out there that need the cheese bus to ride your spirits.
And men, it go both ways, you know. Definitely go both ways.
Let's get that next question.
Okay, next question. Would you be comfortable with your significant other having an attractive heterosexual best friend of the opposite sex?
Why you hanging with that cute nigga? Like how do I address that? Like attractive how? How is he attractive? Like I'm not looking at none of my ladies' friends and be like, oh, he cute. He too cute to hang with.
Let's go with society standards.
I wouldn't give a fuck. That part don't matter with me. Personally, I don't know. I think I'm very handsome myself, so I can. If she's gonna cheat, again back to the wholeness of what realities is. If she's gonna cheat whether he's attractive, whether he's ugly. I mean, personalities get chicks. I mean, I did it as a fat nigga. Personalities get chicks. So shit, if he got a better personality, if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna cheat. I mean, we spoke on the cheating aspect of how things worked last week. So no, I wouldn't care at all. She could have whatever friends that she want. They could be attractive, cute, work out. I don't give a fuck.
That's interesting. I think I want to side it. To me, I would just have to know in the forefront the dynamic of the relationship, the friendship. Let me know what's on the table so I can make my best decision as it pertains to me. So if we just meet and we start to be serious, and this is someone who you have mentioned and it's a constant, I would want to meet him. If I had a female friend, you should know my friends. We all should know each other's friends. Not that I'm delving into your friendship with him, but if he is truly your friend, why can't I meet him? Why can't I sit with him and get the vibe to figure out the dynamic? Energy speaks volumes, so I'll be able to see it for what it is. But I would definitely consider it. It was not something I'd be like, oh, no, because I think that's a part of maturity. And knowing that people do have relationships and bonds with other people prior to meeting, whoever their significant other is. If they're able to present it and really establish, hey, this is my friend and this is a friendship that I value who you value. So he could be my friend as well. It goes separate ways. I may have a female friend on my end that I would, if she's my friend, why would I hide her? You should know that. You should know the dynamics of it. Is it really a friendship? Is it something y'all doing on the side that you just want to call when we are arguing, or whatever the case may be? Whatever have you, it needs to be on the table, and we should all be able to sit as adults to discuss it so we are all on the same page.
I think to have a problem with that is a form of insecurity.
I agree.
It is to care about how somebody look or what somebody is offering physically for the eye of appeasing. It's stupid, because if that's the case, if she's gonna fuck the dude down the street that looks better than you too. I mean, you can walk in certain rooms and feel like you have more to offer than other people, but it's no way you walk your whole life and say, I just look the best. I'm the most handsome and brute built guy there is. So it's always competition if your girl's gonna fall for competition. But this is also where we go from how we choose our mates. Is that what's gonna get your girl? If you're choosing a mate strictly off of what the eye is into or what's appeasing to the eye, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose, because physical attributes change all the time. Especially as life progresses and we get older and things of the sort. No matter how much you work out, it's not going to look the same as it used to look, So it's just part of the game. And if your lady can be taken or swayed by just because of how somebody looks, then she's probably not your lady. She's for the block.
That speaks to who she is. And again, who's saying that this person is attractive? Like, if I'm saying it, I'm like, I'm feeling something, like, to your point, insecure. then I'm less than, so that's a problem right there. Knowing who you are, if you're a high value person, then you should be able to, look through those small issues and really see it for what it is, and y'all go from there. If you know who your lady is and she's woman enough to present that, I think that's something that one should consider if it is something of value. Loving a person and loving everything that comes with them is very important. Friendships are real. It could be a homegirl, it could be anybody, it could be a relative. You're really taking in everything that comes with that person.
That's one of them things they should be scared of.
What's that?
The homegirls. That was the ones that was the problem.
The negative influences, right?
And the girl on girl.
That's real now.
So
that's real.
Now.
Right under your nose, and you don't even
know. You think
that's our homegirl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She been fucking you, but you mad at Tom. Lisa over there fucking your chick, but you mad at Tom.
That actually brings us to our final question.
Let's get it.
A woman sleeps with another woman in her past, but says she's not bisexual or lesbian, versus a man sleeping with a man in the past, stating he's not bisexual or gay. Are there double standards?
It's definitely a double standard. I'm sorry. It is, but it's one of those double standards that society has just created. But we would be lying if we said that it's not a double standard. How much damage gets done when a girl actually is with a girl? But buttholes, I'm guessing, get damage done, right? Like, you can't really come back after that and say that you're not. But a lot of women have, and that's probably another reason. A lot of women have portrayed it as I was just trying it.
Experimenting.
Yeah, I was experimenting with, my homegirl. But how many women, and the double standard, you know what? Women created the double standard. Because 90% of women aren't going to take a guy if he told them that, hey, yeah, I had a situation, I was with a dude one time, but I'm not gay. Most women are going to down him for that. Or call him bi. I can't remember what show, but that was on a show. And the lady could not get past the fact that he had been with a man. And, it was on Insecure.
That's a show?
Yeah, Insecure. What's the dark-skinned girl? Short haircut. She could not get past the guy that was with another guy. And I think it was years. To the point that they broke up. And she saw him a couple years later, or a season later, I don't know how the show was based. And she saw him a season later, and he was with a guy, right, at a picnic or something. So she automatically thought she went back with a nigga. He fucking guys. I think she went and told her friends.
Wow. Then
they crossed paths again at that same picnic, and he had his girl with him and the guy. I think the guy was like a cousin or something, or he was with his girl as well.
She was out of pocket.
But she automatically had already placed him in the "you are gay forever" category.
Wow.
Whereas though Tanisha could try a girl
and step into a different realm, and then she's that.
Yeah.
I believe that's a real story based off of that episode. So I believe that it is a double standard. Not even right or wrong. It's just, with men biologically how we're designed to be, a homosexual, or to go in that avenue, and then to say, oh, that's not what I'm doing now. I believe it's kind of more difficult to try to gauge that, because it speaks of the mindset. And if it's in your heart, it's in your heart. If one was prior alcoholic and they're cleaned up, are they still an alcoholic? Are they still a drug addict if that was their life?
Well, they say that you are forever. They say that you are an addict forever. So my honest opinion, and like you said, it's no right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's no right or wrong, but I think if we're accepting women doing it, men got to be accepted for doing it as well. Now, that might go against what we believe in personally, because we don't want to be with a man, but
if they're
on all fairness,
if they're not doing currently, and you got to respect it.
Yeah,
because if they are able to say, "Hey, this is what I did in the past, but this is not what I've turned from that," and I need something to turn from, but that's not what I'm doing now, then I believe you should honor that.
But it sounds different too. It sounds different even when a girl say, all right, let's say girls be like, all right, fuck it, then y'all can say you bi. But when a girl say she's bi,
it's
versus
more,
when a man
sensationalized for women, it's more appealing. The world I guess, accepts it because of the women, the femininity, and everything. It's like,
Well,
okay, I can accept that.
When a
But
nigga get with a girl to say that she bi, he automatically think I'm gonna fuck 2 chicks.
I'm the man. That's what we gonna do.
But women can't say that. Women can't say I automatically get 2 dicks. Like they can't. They probably be thinking it, but they can't say I automatically get 2 dicks.
Right.
So could we throw a part B to this question? Totally coming from me.
Let's go. You're a wonderful host. So what would she be considered? Give us a big word there. T.I.
What's that?
What would she be considered? Our host?
Man.
Silent commentary.
How you gonna give commentary silently?
Okay. All right.
She fired. Part
B. Could you give your honest opinion on the Benzino situation that just surfaced?
What was that?
So Benzino. So Benzino, 50 Cent put him out there for getting caught with he was in a transsexual
relationship, and she released the audio footage of him basically asking her not to put it out, saying that society will not accept me. All they see is when they look at you, they just see a beautiful woman going after a man. When they look at me, they're going to say, I'm gay. So he was trying to hide it. She released the video footage. The audio. How do you feel about that? Of course, everyone's going, him and 50 Cent have been going back and forth, and he's denying it.
Benzino was denying it.
Benzino's denying, but everyone has asked.
His footage out there.
Well, he never said no, I wasn't fucking with her, right? Or yes, her because it's a trans, so it's considered. That's what they label as. Okay, so he never actually denounced it. Instead, he said he was caught in the phone conversation, but then when he responded to 50, he said, why he's so worried about me when Power had nothing but gay stuff on there or something. So again, he didn't denounce it. He deflected. How do I feel about it? Go be happy. Live your fucking truth. My only problem has always been with the gay. And again, I do not mean problem like I hate you. But my problem with the gay community has always been those that hide it. It's no reason to. Go live your truth. Be happy. Be around those that accept you. Love those that love you. Everybody should love you for living your truth. I can't tell you what you should like. I can only tell you what I should like or what I like. So Benzino, if he does want to be in a relationship with a transsexual woman, a transsexual, because I don't know how it's pronounced. Please don't kill me here. But if that is what he wants to do, he should go do it. You shouldn't have her hiding, because I feel her totally when she said, why do I gotta hide, right? She said something around those lines of why I'm hiding. And she shouldn't have to hide the love of her life or who she's in love with, who she's dealing with, and same as Benzino. You shouldn't feel as though, especially at that age, I feel like at his age, if that's what you want to do, mess with a trans, then you should mess with a trans. 50 Cent should not dictate how you react. And now he want to box 50 Cent.
I call it the Slim Shady effect, or on, what's it called? 5 Mile, 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
When he went on and he already took what was perceived to be something that could be used against him, he already put it out there, and the world accepted it. So the person he was battling, Papa Doc, he couldn't use nothing to go out. He was raised up in a certain family. Like you said, live your life. There's a lane for you. There's a group for you. But if you own it, then what can anybody do to shame you for it if you're standing on it? That right there is like, again, not being who you are. So whoever you're dealing with, they have to deal with the uncovering of your secret life. And then it goes to possibly STDs and just matching of the souls and just not knowing.
And somebody gets hurt.
Come on.
Somebody's heart was in it. So, whether they trans or straight or a boy or a girl, they have a heart. So,
live your life, man. Live your life, and don't allow anyone to use your truth against you. Own it and move on. Rest assured, tomorrow they're going to be speaking about something else. They ain't going to be worried about Benzino and his personal life.
Benzino had a situation with his daughter, Coi Leray.
She's an artist. She's an artist, right?
Yeah. I love her because she's on she's actually the girl that's on that video. What's that song I love? She's a runner. She's a track star.
Okay.
You know, she's actually the girl on there. I love video treatments and shit. So, and Corey got some good songs by herself and shit. But he's been going back and forth with her in media. You know, she's been saying shit about him, and she said she didn't. A bunch of shit. I feel like he has put more energy into combating the transsexual situation than fixing the relationship or repairing the narrative of him and his daughter out there.
Wow.
And that says a lot about character, right? Like, shouldn't one be more important? I mean, again, at 50 years old, Benzino, you welcome here, man. I don't give a fuck what you like. Dick, booty, ass, coochie, whatever. I'm not with you, so I don't care. Go live your life. To the transsexual community, get people that actually accept you for being you. You deserve that. My opinion personally, you deserve to be fucking happy with someone that loves you enough to say, hey, I accept this person for who they are, and this is what it is. As far as 50 Cent continue to trolling. Fuck, we love it. That's why we watch you. I mean,
he found his niche.
Yeah, we here for the trolling every fucking day. So, that's it from us this week. You know, we want to thank you all again. If you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure you go below, hit the goddamn subscribe button. We need y'all to do that. This has been, I don't know what episode it is. We need to get somebody to tell us every episode. But whatever episode this is of your favorite opinionated show, special delivery with your boy Ty Hill,
Derrick Johnson Jr. You can look me up on all social media platforms. And don't forget, when you change your mentality, you're going to change your reality.
Yes, sir.